Preparing to protest, Hinkley gears up for a demonstration against the proposed new reactor.
Next tonight, the organisers of a protest against the proposed Hinkley C nuclear power station say they're hoping it'll be attended by thousands of people.
EDF wants to build a reactor on the site and has applied for planning permission. Our reporter Cordelia Lynch is at a farm at Fiddington near Hinkley, where the protesters are gathering. So, Cordelia, how big could the protest get?
Well, it's just very hard to say at this point. We're a few miles from Hinkley Point here, and behind me are just a couple of protesters preparing placards and setting up camp for the night, but they're hoping to be joined by hundreds more tomorrow for a 24-hour blockade of the site. They're going to be joining hands around the perimeter of it, giving speeches and rallying, and they've chosen the first anniversary of the Fukushima disaster in Japan to highlight what they consider to be the dangers of nuclear power. It was catastrophic. It is also rare. But these protesters chose the anniversary of the Fukushima disaster to express their opposition to a new nuclear reactor here at Hinkley Point.
We want to raise awareness to local people that if anything happened at this station, it's going to affect them. They're going to have to move out. They might never be able to come back.
Tomorrow, they are hoping for hundreds of people to join in a 24-hour blockade around the perimeter of the site. They already have one high-profile supporter.
Hinkley Point has become the front line, really, of the battle against nuclear power. We need to send a very strong message, I think, to the government that nuclear power is unsafe, it's uneconomic, and more than anything, it's actually unnecessary. That is the message, I think, that's going to come over loud and clear from the demonstration tomorrow.
EDF says it will help plug the energy gap in this country, but they accept the right of others to protest.
We recognise the impact that a protest like this can have on the local community, and we're sympathetic to our neighbours. And what we would hope is that the protests will go ahead without any disruption to the locality.
Campaigners will have to win hearts and minds on this issue. This weekend, we will see how many of their own are willing to turn out and support their cause. Well, many of those expected here tomorrow are actually coming from outside. We have already seen many protests around Hinkley Point. It'll be interesting to see if this is a campaign that's gathering pace or not.
OK, Cordelia, thanks very much indeed.